These movies take their toll on me, sucking me dry like a back-alley leech on smack. Characters who seem to act completely without a cause, without reason. Stuffing a movie with endless narration does not a masterpiece make. This city, slimy, grimy, all style, no substance. My kind of city. Ava Green sure does like to show off her tits.
Course. Well, yeah, you guessed it. It's Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. Now, those who know me know that I'm not really... I wouldn't call myself a Miller fan. I do enjoy his work for Batman as the character quite a lot. I did enjoy Sin City, the first movie, but I've never really liked any of his other comic book stuff. Not really. Rodriguez, on the other hand, is someone, or has always been someone who I've looked up to when it comes to these schlock fests and big budget B movies, really. Machete and Planet Terror and whatnot. But Sin City: A Dame to Kill For, it felt flat. It felt sort of meh. It didn't really bring anything new to the series, and as a sequel, it didn't really work. I mean, there were some storylines that got their conclusions in this one, namely the Nancy storyline, and then there was the Dwight storyline that sort of went all through the movie. But more than anything, it was a visual show. It was yet again a brilliant example of how you can actually manage to do a visually stunning piece of artwork with just the bare minimum of colors, the bare minimum of pretty much anything, really. It was highly stylized. The cinematography was spot on. Really, it was pretty. It did look pretty, even though it was almost black and white all through the movie. And without a doubt, the best performance was given by Joseph Gordon-Levitt as the gambler. Powers Booth as Rourke, he made a comeback in this movie, and the slimy, murderous cuntrag of a politician. I've always liked Powers Booth, and I always will. He was great. Outstanding role from Mickey Rourke again as Marv. And the whole movie opens with him having pretty much just lost his memory, but still kicking ass. He's a veritable ass kicker, really. It was an entertaining movie without a doubt, but it felt flat. It didn't have that sort of an impact as the first one did. It was more of a rehash of the first one, really, with some new characters thrown into the mix, with some new storylines thrown into the mix. But it's not really a rant-worthy thing. This is more of a sort of a disappointed review. I was entertained, but there were a couple of things that really started to bother me. It was the whole movie started really drowning into its own monologuing, really, through the main characters, because each of them were just monologuing and narrating their own story arcs, and it was boring. It was extremely. It started to feel really artsy fartsy, in a real bad way. Josh Brolin, I love. God knows I love him. He was great in Men in Black 3, and he's been pretty much great in whatever you push him into. Jessica Alba is well, she's pretty. I don't really know her that well as an actress. I mean, the only thing that springs to mind is Flipper, for goodness sake. But, she was pretty good in this one. She was pretty good, and she was good in the first one as well. Her story arc had been taken way over the top in this one. It was, she's no longer this girl who's trying to get through college and dancing in a strip joint to make ends meet, but now she was full on bitter stripper, and she was there's a scene, I think it's in the trailer as well, where she goes, "How about some crazy?" Yeah, crazy sounds good right about now. And yeah, it was, her story arc was pretty good actually. It was enjoyable, but then it was a bit flat, and it's on the latter part of the movie. For a movie that lasts only 98 minutes, it had way too many characters, way too many story arcs, way too much stuff. And then, even though the action was brilliant and it was brilliantly done, the whole thing with these characters monologuing all through the way, it dampened the whole mood of the story really, really badly, and the whole mood of the whole film. But that being said, it was a moving comic book. It really, really, really was, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Although the 3D aspect really doesn't bring really that much into it. There's no extra added value from the 3D in it. Most of the movie is pretty much just flat panels anyway, and green screens and so on. Yeah, I'm not gonna give you any spoilers, so this is that's the reason this video is gonna be a little bit shorter, but it's worth the ticket price. Yeah. Go and see it on the big screen. Go and enjoy it. If you like the first one, you'll probably like this one. Not as much though. But yeah, this I can recommend this. Yeah, it was pretty. If for nothing else, go for the visual spectacle of it. I mean, it's already been what, 9 years, 6 years or something like that since we saw the first one. I think it was 2005 when we got the first one. Yeah. And even though there's no Clive Owen in this one, it's still highly enjoyable. And Bruce Willis is only in a cameo role because famously he got offed in the first one. Yeah, just go and see. If for nothing else, the visual outlook of the whole entire film. It was pretty great. It was pretty great. I'll be catching you later. It's actually refreshing to do a review of a fairly good movie for a change, and I get to flex my intro muscles as well. I'll be catching you later. My name is qualus. Stay beautiful.